printing has been quantitative going on for 60, 70 years.
Quickly check this out, see what your opinion is, and then get back pretty quickly. I don't really want to do wireless audio. We're organised with Cassie, but she's gone. So someone...
I'm nervous to go to the office. Yeah. Rich is lonely. Dropped axes, Mr. Gary Stevenson. Have you ever been fired?
So, we are in the big smoke, as I like to call it, in London. We've actually got a podcast round the corner. I'm trying to fit in some site visits. I've been meaning to get to this venue. We did loads in this venue over Christmas. We did some karaoke, some silent discos. Beautiful venue, I'll show you inside. But we've got a big function here in September. We're putting in loads of production, dance floor, bits and bobs. So we're gonna do a quick site visit. I need to have a quick measure up of a few bits, and then we're gonna head about half a mile down the road for a really great podcast today. It's called Business Without Bullshit. Love the name. Really good, honest conversations about what's going wrong in the world. Rather than my journey, more the challenges that entrepreneurs face. So I'm really looking forward to that podcast. But yeah, La Oscar, beautiful venue in Holborn, London. Let's go in and get this site visit done. It's organised with Cassie.
Okay.
But she's gone.
Yes, this is it. This
Yeah.
is Claudia. Yeah.
Claudia, okay.
Just, can I have your name, sir?
Toby.
Toby.
Yeah.
Mr. Toby, just take a seat somewhere there.
Okay, thank you. It's a cool venue, isn't it?
Really cool.
Mike did some events here over Christmas, and great little venue. So the loading is through this door, and then that's the lift. Yeah, that takes you straight out. I think there might be a staircase there, but the lift is quite small. Room is up here. Not sure why we can't just go in there, but quickly check this out, see what your opinion is, and then get back pretty quickly. Okay, because we did quite a lot here over Christmas.
Oh, nice.
So we had DJs, our karaoke. So
So you just want to see the space.
so we've worked here, but we're doing a bar mitzvah
Okay,
in
after you,
September. Thank you. Yeah, we're doing a bar mitzvah event in September here, and I just need to measure a dance floor.
Okay.
And then I've got a question. If
Yeah.
I assume the DJ is normally there because that's where we
Normally,
were last
yes. Yeah.
time. How is there a route from there upstairs through that?
We have a lift that
Yeah.
we can use, or we have the stairs. Well, that's our pantry, so there isn't any. We have this way up, or the elevators. Let me ask.
Okay, just so thank you. But if the DJ's going there, we need to get some relay speakers up on the balcony. But as I said, I didn't want to I can run them here and up, or maybe.
Maintenance, because they handle the AV side of things. We'll see what they can figure out and if we can work our way around this.
So I think they're going to do reception up here. The adults might chill a bit more up here, and then the party will be downstairs. See if there's any link sound-wise from downstairs to upstairs. If not, I think we'll have to bring it up here, and we can put a speaker here on a little stand and one over that way, and that should be enough. But it would just be much nicer if we can just drop a cable down.
Yeah.
I don't really want to do wireless audio.
See in Cassie if you want.
Yeah.
And then I'll speak with the maintenance team with any questions.
Great, okay. Because as I say, I've taken a picture of that, but if that says music player, if that music player is downstairs, then we can sort of tap into there, control it, and we can give some surrounds.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
easy, and it would save them some money because we don't actually then need to put speakers up here because we can use the in-house. So I'll email you. Let me just check I've got it, and then we will be out your way.
Yeah, it should be easy.
Thank you. Yeah, all the loading stuff. You've asked for all the documents, which we'll do.
Yeah.
But yeah, to bring a cat, it just doesn't look nice, really. Thank you. I'll email you.
Yeah.
Thanks for seeing
Lovely
us.
to meet you. I'll
And
see
you.
guys
But
out.
beautiful venue, as I'm sure you've seen. Great site visit. Now we need to skedaddle quickly back to the car. And we've got a podcast starting in about half an hour. So let's get cracking. But your question, actually, your question about the best place to host, that was a great question, and I've got a great answer for that. So you full time it, or if you
I run as a limited company. Yeah.
Okay.
I had a call earlier with one of my clients who's but yeah, he's Asperger's, so he's not very good at picking up that. I mean, they had to glue a sign above his head that said "Be nice," because he used to sit on his chair doing phone calls. And he just like, look up and say "Be nice." That's what his second in command put in when he in the office. You know, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, thanks. Yes, it's good to talk to you, and I appreciate it." So, and they just released a paper about this, and I want to write to the guy because they were looking at diversity versus America and the UK, and they were actually saying social diversity, social cohesion in the UK, i.e. do people of the same social economic group only hang out with that social economic group, is much more spread in the UK. And that's partly, I think, to do with things like, you know, the way we have council estates mixed in rich areas. You go to South Kent, the poshest area, and there'll be like council estates. There's a bit of that going on. But actually, then he said the biggest difference between America and Britain is that how the bottom 5% is so linked to the top 5%. In terms of the top 5% richest with the bottom. And that's very true. I looked through my friends, they're either from Hackney, from nothing, you know, or they went to boarding school. And, you know, because there's so much anger about wealth and stuff. It's like, that's the bit I'm not into what Gary's doing. He's really fueling this fire against rich people. And I agree there's a problem with inequality, but he doesn't know what he's talking about in tax terms. And I just think it's really dangerous.
It's just tax the wealth.
Yeah, it's just he's just fueling. It's like it's the rich people's fault. It's not the rich people's fault. They've been printing there's been quantitative easing going on for 60, 70 years, making us all poor. If you don't own assets, you're fucked. Yeah. And that's the truth. And you know, he talks about when tax was high. So anyone who was a higher earner, so 150 grand equivalent today, would be taxed at between 90 and 102% from the Second World War up until 1982. And during that period, what happened? Well, I always thought my granddad was a lazy bastard, but he never built his business because there was no point. What's the point of getting out of bed if you're going to only get 2% of it? Yeah. So the idea that, because he says, when you have really, so some of the stuff he says is just so incorrect. And that's really troublesome because people love the narrative though. They love that I came from nothing, I made it, and it's the rich people's fault, let's go tax them, you know, and we're suffering, fuck them. And it's like, that is the wrong, we should be
different at it, yeah.
I quite like how we play down money though, but it's complicated because we should be more open about money.
We're a lot more humble in the UK, I think, than
humble,
yeah.
I think my problem is it's a bit like if you're left wing you hate rich people, if you're right wing you hate poor people. You know, we've got to like everyone. There's nothing wrong with someone just because they're rich. I mean, you start getting into it and you get into that, like, well, the top 1% pay 30% of all tax intake. I mean, I remember doing my musician friend's tax return years ago, and he paid £1,000 in tax or something. You know, they earn fuck all, most musicians. And then he's like, well, how much do you pay? And I told him, which was not any crazy money at the time. He was like, what? And I was like, yeah, well, I'm happy. We've both got mobile phones, both got somewhere to live. We go on holiday, we're best friends. Like, what's the fucking difference? You know, I'm okay with, you know, my life's not.
But I think if you're paying that much tax and you've got all this wealth going on, and you're like, no, give freaking 50-55%.
Yeah, I give away 50%, and when I go on holiday, I stay at a slightly nicer hotel, which, by the way, isn't even slightly nicer. I actually enjoyed the other hotel more, but I just felt I had to go for the posher one, where it's more lonely and you get more annoyed when you don't get good service. You know,
because you expect it.
Yeah, you expect it. It's so much nicer when you're at the basic place. No one hangs out together. Rich is lonely. It's a lonely place. You know, first class. You're all on your own. You know. Anyway, look at me play the fucking violin for the rich people. Oh, how to make the economy fly. It's not rocket science, it's been proven globally. We know what to do, we just can't fucking do it, you know? Drop taxes, Mr. Gary Stevenson. Fucking the entrepreneurs will flood back. Anyway, let's have it. I am Andy Aubrey, and today we are joined by Toby Burns. Toby is a true pioneer in the world of immersive events. Starting out as a teenage children's entertainer and DJ, Toby became the founder and director of the Silent Disco Company Group, an entrepreneurial force behind a portfolio of entertainment brands that are revolutionizing how we party, sing, and connect. Excellent. From silent discos and outdoor cinemas to karaoke and beyond, Toby's companies now run over 5,500 events a year across the UK and Europe. That's every day and some. Working with everyone from Glastonbury and Google to the BBC and ITV. Toby, warm welcome.
That's the pleasure of our business, of how we've really scaled, is that we run everything on like a dry hire model.
I've only ever done them once or twice, but yeah, I hear people be like, oh, I went to this silent disco, it was fucking amazing, you know?
And I think that is like the key to our like old-fashioned customer service, and that's like what I train our staff on. I want old-fashioned customer service. Like, get on the phone to them. So all of our live chats, they're humans. You know, in the morning, they are real people that you're talking to. There's nothing worse than a chat.
They never can answer your question.
No, you go around in circles for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it just, you know, if you put agent enough time, eventually it triggers to put you through to a real person.
Have you ever been fired?
I mean, I DJ'd in a nightclub once, and we'd gone from like 200 people to like 600. So, you know, I'm obviously doing a good job. We kept losing that. You know, I want 100. I think that's fair. £20 an hour. And he said no. And then he got me fired. So did I sort of? I would have gone at that point where I'm leaving. And like they give back. Like one of the things that I love about China is like you go to a trade show. If a company in China do a trade show and they sell goods from that trade show, I think it's 3%, it may be 1%, but they get like a 1% cashback from the government on all goods exported to come off their like tax bills. Imagine if we did that here.
Oh, I think
on goods
some of the
to get cash back from the government. To go, here, well done for exporting goods across the world. We'll give you some 1% off your tax bill in terms of value for doing that. I mean, like, imagine what we'd be. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Lovely to meet you.
Sorry, don't. We're definitely having a rush. What are we, 2 hours?
Yeah.
Pleasure. Thank you very much. So that is us all wrapped up. It's now 7:30 in the evening in the Big Smoke. We're in just around the corner from Holborn. But that was an awesome podcast. Really happy to be asked to come on there. They've had some great guests over the years, Gary Stevenson and some other really cool entrepreneurs. So really happy. We hope you enjoyed that podcast and you've enjoyed our little trip to London to do some site visits and the podcast here today. But we will catch you in another one of these videos real soon.